Hi, myself Aditya Nachinke, and I am here to speak on the topic of the life cycle of object in Java. So today date is 29th of August 2022. So let us see what is the life cycle of object in Java. Before that, we will see what exactly is the object. The object is an instance of the class which executes the class, and when the object is created, then it allocates the space in the memory for it. The syntax of object is the class name, then object name, then is equal to new class name, and parenthesis. Here the class is the logical entity and object is the real entity. So now we will see the life cycle of the object in Java, where the class is how the class is born, how it lives and dead at the end. The step 1 is the creation of the .class file in the Java. As we know, the JVM runs the Java program. Then here, after the completion of the class, after the completion of the class, that class is converted into the bit code, that is the machine independent or platform independent, and then that is stored on the disk in the .class file format. Then second one is loading of the .class file. Then this here the Java runtime, Java runtime searches the class on the disk, in which is in the format of the .class file, and then the class loader load the .class file on the memory, and the Java runtime reads it from the memory. Then next is the finding the initialized static members. Here the Java here the JVM find the initialized static members such as the static blocks or static methods or static blocks or static methods. Then the static methods does not belong to any instance of the they does not belong to any instance of the class. They belong to the class, and they are shared with the objects that are created in the class. Then next one is ways to initialization of the initializing of the class. There are two ways of initializing the class. First way is that accessing the static members or static methods or static blocks, or a second way is of creating the object or instance of the creating an object or instance of the class which initializes the class. Then next step is the step 5, that is the allocation of the memory for the object and its reference variable. Here the Java allocates the memory for the object on the heap, and the reference variable is allocated in memory on the stack. Then next one is step 6 is that steps 6 is that uh, calling of the constructor, calling of the constructor in it. Here the after allocating the memory, then constructor is been called, and it is called only once. Here the object lives its life, and it gives access to all the methods of the field in it, whatever you want in it. Then next and last step is the uh, removing of the object or deleting of the object and the reference variable. Here after the completion of the access of its fields in the object, after the completion of the access of the fields in the object or methods of the object, then it is deleted or it is removed. And here we do not need to remove it manually. Here the JVM calls the garbage collector to remove it. So in this way we have seen how the object is born, how it is lived, and how it dies at the end. So this is all about the life cycle of the object in Java. Thank you.